Yo.
Yo, hold on one sec. I just did it with my phone so I can get on my computer. Hold on one sec.
All right. Technology at its foot, y'all boys.
I gotta go with Kanye.
Kanye? Why?
I'm more of an old Kanye fan, but like I don't know what he's doing his new shit. But as a kid growing up, like Graduation and all that, there were definitely albums of my like go-to.
Yeah,
stuff.
Graduation. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was always like a Kanye fan, and then I think for the last one, I gotta say. I gotta say.
I know it's hard, bro.
I gotta say Kendrick.
Kendrick, okay.
I'm a pretty big Kendrick fan. So yeah, I would say Nas, Mobb Deep, Drake, Kendrick, and Kanye.
Yeah, that's an interesting top 5, man. Cause not a lot of people use like Mobb Deep, and Kanye is surprisingly is in a lot of people top 5. But when people think of top 5 artists, someone like me probably think about lyrical and stuff like that. But Kanye, he's a genius, and I ain't even hear the new album that came up. I heard it's dope, so.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet.
Yeah, but I heard this. They say it's real good. Let me ask you a question. What did you think about Yeezus?
I think I liked it. It was different coming out of Kanye. It was different coming out of Kanye. So, it was like I always like that stuff when I like. Because I always say this too with music nowadays, though.
Yeah.
Now I feel like in this year, it's like with music, nobody's into a genre anymore. Everybody's into an artist and what that artist can do differently in the game. And so, like, that's how I feel like people are into. Like, people aren't into no genres no more. People are into the artist and what they can do. So, like, and I always had that mindset since I was a kid. I was just always into an artist, and so like I always like seeing the different coming out of artists, like. So when that was something that came out of Kanye like that was different. It was just like, whoa, this is different. Like, I like it.
I don't know, man. I gotta listen to it again because you're not the only one who said that. I'm like, it was only probably like 2 or 3 songs I liked from that whole project.
Yeah.
But I gotta listen to it again. I like Life of Pablo. I like that.
Yeah, I like Life of Pablo. That was good.
And then
there's a lot of good songs in there.
Yeah, the Dark Twisted Fantasy. I actually just heard the full album just this year, and I can't believe I slept on that.
Yeah,
album.
I think I'd have to say my favorite Kanye album would have to be either 808 and Heartbreaks.
Okay.
Or probably Graduation.
Yeah, Graduation is mine. Like hands down. Like. I can listen to that the whole way. So the last question is, where you see yourself like 5 to 10 years from now? You're 19 years old. You already doing your big things and stuff like that. So 10 years from now, you'll be 29, bro.
Damn. Like, well, the big thing on me always was I like to live in a moment. So that wasn't anything I ever thought of, but hopefully, in 5 to 10 years, I see myself the CEO of my own label.
Okay.
One of the biggest show entertainment businesses in the rap game. Because I'm getting into that right now. I'm going to start throwing shows. So,
okay.
I was going to start with Lil Sky's one, but I got him set up on the tour with my cousin right now. So it's Wiz Khalifa, Ray Shremmerd, Lil Skies, and OT Genesis all going on a tour. And they got like a 23 tour date to worry about. So like, I was just telling them, listen, you just worry about that. Don't stress about an independent show like mine right now. So when he comes back, maybe he'll drop his new project that he's looking to do and stuff by then, and maybe we could do a big show in Philly or something. So I'm getting into doing shows right now. Right now I'm looking for the artists. I might start off small by doing something, but like with Juice WRLD. You ever hear Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD, what is that?
He sings this song, All Girls Are the Same, and Lucid Dreams.
Juice WRLD. I probably heard of him. I gotta check him up.
He's a young. He just blew up out of nowhere. He literally just got in the game. Really.
Where he from?
I think if I had to say, I compare him to somebody too.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you get this ear already. Like he reminds me of like a Uzi styled, but sounds like Black Post Malone. It's crazy.
I know who he is now because I had seen it on Apple Music that he dropped something.
Yeah, he just dropped his project. It's called Goodbye and Good Riddance.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I definitely suggest that. The 3 songs I suggest on there would be All Girls Are the Same, Lucid Dreams, and Lean With Me.
Yeah, I gotta check him up, man.
But yeah, I hope to be this CEO of my own label, CEO of a show entertainment business. I definitely want to get that started soon. Get an LLC for that.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully also another big goal of mine is I actually just started it. I'm now an owner of my own music festival, and I hopefully one day hope to have it bigger than Made in America, which is a big festival here in Philly.
What's the name? Because I have a couple artists that I manage. What's the name of it?
Well, right now, just because we just started it, it's in It's down in Philly, but it's called Nicetown Festival because it's in Nicetown, Philly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a give back festival, so it's a free festival, and it's also a festival that raises. It's got games, food. You know, we got boxing events in there going on. Like we got everything going on. And it's all to raise money for a kid that was murdered and stuff. There's a scholarship fund for him, so we're doing that to raise money for that and stuff. So yeah, right now it's just a free festival. So we're working on the artistry and all that right now and stuff like that. But we definitely hope to branch out and become a stronger, better festival eventually down the line. Like I said, I want to have a festival bigger than Made in America one day, and if I got something also like Rolling Loud, something big, something as big as Coachella one day. Like I'm just pushing for the stars. I ain't gonna let nothing stop me. So,
that's the goal, bro.
Yeah,
that's the goal. Cause I was thinking about doing something like that too. Cause Miami, we don't really have. I mean, Rolling Loud travels. We got the Ultra, but Ultra to me is not. I mean,
Ultra, that's a big one.
It's big, but it don't give homage to like hip hop.
Yeah, no, it don't.
So it's like I always wanted to do something like for Miami, because nowadays too, like you got all these artists coming out of nowhere, with the Denzel Currys and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
man, like we on the same like mindset, man. But
wow, shout out to Denzel Curry too, especially because he was happening to wear a piece of my clothing line in his latest music video.
Oh, you got a clothing line?
Yeah, I got a I just got on board with it, sort of.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Leslie. He's the main owner. It's a actually really big clothing line down here in Philly. It's called Torture.
Torture.
You can look it up on Instagram at Torture Files, but the main page to follow would be Leslie's page, which is Leslie St. Louis, Lesly, Saint spelled out, and then Louis. You'll see everybody that's, we've had artists such as Meek Mill wearing our stuff, Lil Uzi, Denzel Curry, Cody Shane. I just happened to get some of the Migos lately, so if that comes out on social media, that'll be big for us. Cause the thing that's ran by like Spotify is called Rap Caviar.
Yeah.
So they did a show here in Philly recently. It was on May 19th. It was PNB Rock, Trippie Redd, and Migos all in one show. But Trippie happened to no show, and Offset couldn't come because of the car accident and stuff. But I was in the back and stuff, and so like I ran into Quavo and Takeoff, so I gave them a headband because that headband's like the most bought thing probably in the clothing line. It's probably one of the sickest pieces. I'll show you a picture of it real quick.
Yeah, let me see that bad boy.
So these are like the headbands right here. We got them in a bunch of colors.
Oh yeah, that shit look hard.
It says Torture across the way. We did if you remember the old 76ers logo back when AI played.
Yeah.
We did this. It's like the Sixers logo, but it says Torture.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that, bro, because that was doing like Allen Iverson's one of my favorite players of all time, and like, yeah, that's hard.
That's one of our OGs tees. torture.
How long you been doing the cover line?
I just literally got on this recently. So it's not even like a year. So like my man that runs the clothing was just as connected as I was to like. This is back with Uzi back in like 15. You can tell that's old Uzi right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to my guy Leslie. He's doing his thing, man. You can go at the website. It's torturefiles.co. That's the website. I think we're sold out for everything right now, but we'll definitely have something back out there soon. But yeah, man. You got any other questions?
Nah, man, you just got a lot going on.
I can sit here and talk to you all day. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping you have more questions. I love these things.
Yeah, man. No, we'll definitely have a part 2, bro. Like, honestly, man. Like, we got to keep in touch, man. Like, you're 19 years old. You're doing your thing, not just in music.
I do it all for him too. Right here, this man.
Who's that?
This is my cousin. He was 16 years old.
Yeah.
Back in October, he was murdered. He was just sitting on his step, just literally sitting on his step, and these kids. So in Philly, where he lived on, it's on 12th and Rittner, which is a street, and these other kids lived on like 12th and Wharton, which was like it's like a bomb, but it's like a nice walk from each other. Like it's a nice amount of miles, but. They took the walk down. It was like 4 kids. My cousin was sitting on his step with like 2 of his friends. Actually, there might have been like 5 or 6 of those kids that came down. But yeah, they came down. My cousin was just sitting on his step, hanging on his step like he always did. He always tell his friends like, come hang with me on the step or something. Just come talk. And these kids, they came up. They were like, yeah, this is my street now. All this and
yeah.
My cousin was like, yeah, come on, we don't want no problems. Like. And the thing is, like, not to say that, like, he was saying that in a bitch way, because, like, my cousin, in our family, it runs in the family, like, we're all like fighters. Like, he was a boxer. I'm also an MMA fighter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did boxing. Like, the whole family, it runs in the family. And so, he was a boxer, and his nickname was Tanky, because he was like a tank. He had no fear.
Yeah.
So, these kids, he was like, oh, we don't want no problems. Come on, get out. And so then they kept bothering, like, yeah, this is our street. This is our street. This is our street now. Like, we run 12th Street. And my cousin was like, come on, no problems. And so then the kid pulled out a gun to, like, kind of make him run away and just get scared, sort of. And my cousin, was looking at it like he's got to protect his friends now. So he tackled the kid that had the gun in his hand. And so, like, also I think that the shooter's mindset was that he wasn't going there to kill my cousin, it was just to put a scare in him. But I think when he seen my cousin running at him, he was more likely to say, like, damn, I gotta shoot him because he's gonna get this gun and shoot me now. Like, so when they fell to the floor, the guy, like, he was on the bottom, so like, he slipped his arm out from under where my cousin's chest was and shot him in his shoulder with a .45 caliber bullet, hollow tip on it. So it went through his shoulder into his heart and exploded, the bullet. So then he was rushed to the hospital that was like right down the street, but they didn't have I think it's called trauma center.
Yeah, the trauma.
It doesn't help with anything like bullet holes and stuff like that. So then they had to transfer him to another hospital up in the city and all this type of stuff, and he just didn't make it. But yeah, it's crazy because it was just like, and there's the kid just sitting on his step like that, like, and it was just like the intention wasn't on him getting killed that night. But the kid actually that killed him, when he got up on the floor, he was so scared that he just did that. His hand was shaking. He shot his friend next to him and killed him right there.
Damn. So he shot your cousin
he shot
and
his own friend and killed my cousin in the same 5 minutes. And now his hearing's actually in like a couple days. This kid, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get charged as an adult with double homicide. But it's crazy. A lot of shit's happened here lately, like with kids dying, especially. Like another kid around the way just died the other day. Wasn't supposed to be the kid that was getting shot. It was supposed to be a different kid getting shot. These kids pulled up on him, shot him twice in his face, and he took 4 to the body. Also, he was